What's up guys, how are you today? I hope you're doing great and I hope you're enjoying my videos. If you do, please subscribe and hit the bell button so you don't miss anything and you watch all my new videos. So today what we're doing, we are gonna do a curly haircut. Nothing crazy, it's gonna be cool haircuts, and right now I'm showing you the sectioning. Very simple sectioning. Just follow the pattern I'm showing you right now and let's start cutting. So right now on my elevation I'm gonna keep it 90 degree out of the scalp, so you see my elevation 90 degree straight out, and I cut. Very important, do not take so much hair in one section. So what I'm doing right now, when I cut, the next section is over directed to the previous section. So I'm pushing out weight, but not over directing so much. I'm just over directing a little bit into the previous section. And it's very important to keep my elevation consistent before I cut. This is very important to keep the consistency the same and you get the even result. So again, when I take hair, I make sure my section is small. I don't take so much hair in one time. I check my elevation, check my guideline, and I over direct to the previous section. So not too much, just to the previous section to push a little bit weight out toward the corner or behind the ear. So this section very important because you know here the density will shift from back to side. So here you notice I'm cutting kind of like square line. Okay, so look how I'm over directing a little bit in and toward my body. Just I'm staying straight behind the back to keep this a straight line. On the other side, straight like a square line. So on the other side, look how my elbow on the left hand is high, because if I drop my elbow, what's gonna happen? I'm gonna lose my consistency on the elevation. And look here, I'm telling you to keep your wrist straight because you don't wanna cause injuries to your wrist. Always keep your wrist straight. So look at the position I'm cutting with the right hand and look at the position of my left hand. If you can do this technique the way I'm lifting my section, it's very important to keep your wrist straight so you don't mess up your wrist, okay, on the long run, because you always get injuries there. So now I'm checking my balance, make sure everything's good, and now I'm moving up, separate the section, make sure the hair is wet. If you feel like the hair is kind of dry or something, just spray a little bit water and keep it damp. So now you see my guideline coming from the bottom. You see how I'm pointing and I'm taking straight out of the head and I'm cutting. It's so simple, nothing crazy, just follow the directions I'm doing. Now when I take the second section here, what I will do, I will over direct to the center. I'm over directing right now. Why? Because I want to push weight out. So when I over direct, you know, the hair is gonna be short in the middle and start getting heavier toward the side. Does this make sense to you guys? So I'm over directing to, look, right now I'm showing you how I'm over directing to the center, okay? And this is gonna make it not very heavy, but I'm gonna make it heavier on the outside behind the ear area or above the ear area. So now look how I'm over directing everything to the center. I'm showing from this angle so you understand what I'm talking about in case you're not understanding. So same things, nothing complicated. Now I move to the right side and I do the same thing. Look how my wrist on the right hand straight. Okay, I always make sure my wrist is straight when I cut because I don't want to cause injuries. It's very important to take care of your shape because standing behind the chair many years and long hours every day, it's gonna mess up your joints. So you need to be careful, especially your hands. You're using so much. Keep your wrists straight so you don't overstress them and cause yourself harm. Because I'm worried about your health, guys, too. We are in the industry, we love each other, we take care of each other. So now on the side, look, I'm gonna keep it a little bit with angle to push weights longer, but what I'm gonna do, look how I'm tapping and keep my tension very loose. I don't stretch the hair so much, like hard down. I keep my hands loose because, you know, curly hair when it's dry can shrink and, you know, do too many surprises. So keep your tension loose. Do not over tension on the hair. So now the section above it, you see how I'm taking the hair straight out, like a kind of 90 degrees. Okay, straight out. And what I'm doing is just straight out. I'm not over directing, I'm not doing anything. And you can, I'm doing here with like a little bit kind of point cutting technique, just give it a little bit choppiness on the end. But if you want to cut it more blunt, you know, I don't think there's gonna be a big problem. It's up to you. So I'm giving you here the choices. You can do blunt, you can do point cutting a little bit, choppiness, not bad idea. So this is what I'm doing here. This is my last section on this side. Now we are gonna move to the other side, and you see how I'm splitting the section first. Perfect. And my tension will be loose. I'm wetting the hair a little bit. I felt it's a little bit dry. So when I comb, I don't create so much tension. I tap up there to make sure my pressure on the hair is not so much. Okay, because I don't want any surprises on curly hair. Remember, curly hair can be very surprising, so be careful. And I sprayed a little bit of water to make sure the hair is wet. There's no places dry and some places wet. So when I dry the hair, I would be surprised to like, wow, what happened? I cut here too long, I cut here too short. So consistency is the key, okay? Keep the hair evenly wet. Or if you want to cut on dry, it has to be entirely dry. You cannot mix kind of like section dry, section wet. You cannot do this with curly hair. Or completely wet or completely dry. So it's very important. And this is my last section here, same way I did on the other side, nothing crazy. So now here, look, I take like inch section and I pick here kind of the length, the desired length I want, and I cut. So this is now gonna be my guideline for the top. So when I take the next section, I will over direct back. So everything's gonna be over directed to the crown area. What I'm doing here, I'm pushing weight toward the face because I want the density to be heavier around the face. So look how I'm over directing back, and my body position stays the same. I'm literally behind the head and everything's coming to me. So I'm like, I am the wall and everything's coming to the wall. Okay, I don't move around, I'm not doing round layers, I'm not doing anything. I'm just cutting square, more squarish, okay? So everything's over directed to me, to the first section. And look here, I'm telling you again, with my body movement, I'm telling you, over direct everything to the first section I cut on the crown area. You see? Perfect. And if you don't understand anything, don't worry, just write me down in the comment, Waleed, I didn't understand this, what was going on, or just, and you see my Instagram down below, message me on my Instagram, okay? I'm more active there every day, and I can answer all your questions. Hopefully I can answer everybody. I will do my best to answer as much as I can, I promise you guys. So this is the last section. And now, after that, I'm going to dry the hair and do some dry cut, you know, some loving, and show you the final result. So stay to the end to see the final result, and I promise you it's gonna be so lovely.